2. Q.
Assalamu alaikum, and this is Anam Ali Khan from FES, Foreign Education Consultants. I'm live from Lahore head office, and we're live with my colleague. You're much familiar with Hamza Rahman. So I won't take much time to introduce him since you already know him. Hamza, over to you.
Thank you so much, Anam. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Hello and good evening. I'm your host, as you guys know, Anam has introduced me. Thank you so much for that, Anam. So I am with Miss Anam from my Lahore head office of FES branch, and I am back with another live session for you guys as promised. So today we are going to talk about one of the finest universities again of UK, but today's is all about Dubai campus, which is located in the beautiful land of United Arab Emirates. And you know, everyone has, so many of the people has ever been to Dubai. Most of the people know about Dubai. So today we are going to talk about University of South Wales, Dubai campus. So I am here live with Miss Kim Williams, the International Executive Officer for University of South Wales, Dubai. How are you, ma'am?
Hi, everyone. I'm very well, thank you. And yeah, thank you for you guys having me here today. I am looking forward to letting you know a little bit more about our Dubai campus. Just a little bit about me, I guess. I work for the University of South Wales. I am based in the UK, but I actually work for our Dubai campus, and I'm here to tell you a little bit more about it.
Sure, please.
So, Dubai, you're probably, I don't know how familiar you all are with Dubai, but I can tell you a little bit about it for those that don't know so much. Our campus in Dubai is based in Dubai South, which is a huge business district, and it's very close to the Expo 2020 site. Whilst Expo 2020 isn't going ahead this year, it will be going ahead next year. So it's really ideally located amongst loads of employers. So getting a job during and after graduating, you've really got a really good chance. The visa process as well is also attractive for students who want to study in Dubai. Many students are often comparing UK and Dubai as a study destination. It's much easier to get a visa to study in Dubai than it is in the UK. So the campus itself is quite specialist. At undergraduate, we offer aeronautical engineering and aircraft maintenance engineering. University of South Wales is ranked 6th for aerospace engineering in the UK, and it's that same faculty that will be teaching you. At postgraduate, we offer courses in cybersecurity, logistics and procurement. And we are looking to add also a couple of business courses, but not until September 21.
Right.
Any questions so far?
Yeah, I want to learn about the campus. I mean, you have mentioned the location, but I need to know how big is the campus? What about the classes, class size, student and class size, you know?
Sure. Okay, so the campus is based, as I mentioned, in Dubai South. It's a big, very modern office block, and our campus is based over 2 floors on that. It includes an aircraft hangar and an avionics workshop. It's very, very modern. We only opened in 2018, so everything's very, very high quality. We've got a learning centre, we've got classrooms, we've got lecture theatres, everything that you would expect in university. It's to have an exceptionally high standard. In terms of class sizes, we know that students want really good interaction with the people that they're learning from, so we try to keep our class sizes small so you get a better quality experience than being, but you're basically a name, not just a number.
Right, that's fine. That's fine. So what is the strength of the classroom? I mean, usually
what's that?
What is the class strength?
The class sizes?
Yeah, class sizes.
Yeah,
roughly I'd say 10 to 12.
That's wonderful, actually.
Yeah, it's a very practical course, and obviously the students need to be hands-on, so we keep the group small so that they can get that better quality experience.
That's fine. So what other facilities do you provide to the students? on campus? I mean, like extracurricular activities such as gymnasium or something like that?
Yeah, so we have areas where students can socialise, they can just chill out. There's sofas, there's kitchen, there's catering facilities. We've also got a games room as well.
Oh,
And
that's
we also offer students free gym access as well. There's a gym very close to the campus, and as a student at USW Dubai, you get free access to that gym.
That's nice. That's the most appealing thing to me.
So
it's
you can keep
actually
it
appealing to all students, you know?
yeah, healthy body, healthy mind.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about a University of South Wales Dubai campus.
In particular, what would you know?
In particular about the courses,
Yeah.
what courses are the offering for the students over here in Pakistan as an international student?
Yeah, so we offer, as I mentioned, it's very specialist undergraduate around the aviation industry. And whilst the world is not flying currently, research is telling us that it's going to take 3 years for us to resume the same level of aviation activity before COVID-19, which is ideal because all of our courses are either 3 or 4 years. So you can be getting qualified these next 3 or 4 years, and then you can be confident that there will be jobs available. So we offer courses in aircraft maintenance engineering, including an opportunity to do a foundation year. So that's either a 3 or a 4 year course. We also offer aeronautical engineering at undergraduate. So it's actually a BEng in aeronautical engineering. One of the main points about this course is that students in year 3 actually get the chance to learn to fly. They don't get the pilot's license or anything like that, but they get to see everything that they have learned in the classroom functioning in the air.
Okay, that's great. So if they are not supposed to be a pilot, but they will fall into aviation, right?
Yes, so we don't currently offer any courses that qualify pilots, but it's very aviation centric, as is Dubai as a location. It's obviously got Dubai International is the busiest airport in the world, and our campus is also located very close to Al Maktoum International Airport, which is going to be the biggest one in the world once it's complete.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So employment opportunities are vast.
So what are the opportunities after completing this degree if a student does not qualify for being a pilot or he does not get a license? I mean, what would be the outcome of the degree?
So if we take, for example, the aircraft maintenance engineering course, it's actually EASA accredited. EASA are the body that allows aircraft maintenance engineers to practice. So they would study, for example, 3 years with us. As part of years 1 and 2, they would get a guaranteed work placement because that is a requisite for the EASA license. Then at the end of year 3, they would then need to practice professionally for 2 years, and then they would get their license.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we offer the guaranteed work placement during that course means that from day 1, students are developing their network of employers. They're getting that experience so that once they graduate, they've got some great experience to put on their CV.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Right. So currently the Dubai campus is not offering any other courses except aviation.
Yes, we are. We are. At undergraduate at the moment, it's only aviation. In postgraduate, we are offering cybersecurity,
Right. That's much important.
international logistics and supply chain management, strategic procurement management, and aviation engineering. Something important to note about these courses, though, is that, as I was just explaining to Hamza earlier on, they are delivered 2 weekends per month. So students would study Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 2 weekends per month. So I think it's important for students to know that. So if you're looking for the same experience that you might get in the UK, for example, for a master's, it's a different way of delivery. It's designed so that students can actually work full time. So it would be an option if students wanted to work full time and then study in these areas in Dubai. It would absolutely be a really good option.
So Kim, my question is, so students from the undergraduate degree or the postgraduate degree, they both can get qualified for that same level of, getting into aviation, or they should have to go for the undergraduate first, and then they have to complete their post-graduation, and then they could get into this field?
For our postgraduate courses, we do require an undergraduate degree or relevant experience. So we're not so much for the aviation. We only offer one postgrad aviation course. The remainder of the business ones and the cybersecurity ones, we definitely look at students' experience. In answer to the question, if they wanted to go on to the postgrad in aviation, you would need an undergraduate first.
Okay. No, my question is, if the person has completed his undergraduate or undergraduate, so after that degree, they don't have to go for the post-graduation, they could directly qualify for that aviation, yep. Right? Oh, fair enough.
They need two more years of professional practice. So for example, I've got a graduate at the moment who's working over there as a trainee aviation engineering management. Once he's completed his 2 years, he will be able to get his EASA license.
Okay. Okay.
That's good. That's good for those who are actually interested and devoted towards the aviation. And more likely our students and our youth is really, really interested in aviation these days. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're a really good option, actually, thinking about it. We've only really got one other university out there doing similar courses to this. And there is a contrast between us and them. So if any students wanted me to give them any more information about that, either here or outside of that, I'm happy to.
Yes, I actually want to know the entry requirements for data analytics. You just mentioned that you have the course in postgraduate, right?
Which course was that, sorry?
That's about computers, data analytics.
Cybersecurity, yeah.
Cybersecurity and data analytics, yeah.
So the cybersecurity course is very much designed to, you don't need that much technical experience or qualifications. It's the purpose of the course is to allow you to understand cybersecurity so you can manage a team. In terms of entry requirements, we would look for a undergraduate degree in a relevant subject. However, if, for example, you've got somebody who's working in cybersecurity, they've got extensive experience, we would absolutely consider that as well.
So okay. What percentage or grades do you require for the entry requirements?
Okay, bear with me a moment.
Yeah, please.
Sure.
So for undergraduate entry requirements, we'd be looking for students with an average of 65% and above in year 12 HSC in a relevant subject area.
Okay.
We'd also look at applicants with a bachelor's degree with 55% and above.
Okay. That's great.
In terms of English requirements, we look for 6 overall with no less than 5.5 in each band for our three-year courses. For a 4-year course, they only need 5.5 overall and 5 in each band. We are also accepting GCSE English at grade C or above, and there are also other English language qualifications that we are accepting in the current situation. Okay. So we appreciate that IELTS centres, for example, might not be open. So there's other qualifications that students can do online that we are now accepting.
So what if the student does not mature 65 or 60% and he wants to go for USW Dubai? So is there any kind of exception or a foundation here they should have to go and perform first?
Yep. So both aeronautical and aircraft maintenance engineering have foundation courses. These are, they just need a good level of English really, and that's all we're really looking for. We'd probably we would look for their score, but it would be probably more like 55% or above.
Okay. Over to you, Anam.
Yeah. So, Kim, I need to ask you a few other questions, which is relevant to employment. I need to know, is the student allowed to work 20 hours a week, which is internationally allowed for international students? Are they allowed to work in Dubai?
Yes, absolutely. I know there's restrictions in the UK as to how many hours students can work outside of their studies. In Dubai, there is no restriction on that. All that they need to do is get a certificate that proves they're allowed to work, and our campus will actually help them to get that.
Okay,
Okay.
that's wonderful. And what about the summer breaks and winter breaks? Are they allowed to work full time?
There's no restriction, so yeah, absolutely.
That's wonderful.
Just as
So,
long as work doesn't get in the way of studying, obviously. But yeah, there's no restrictions, so it's a really good place to actually be able to subsidize your studies if money is of a concern.
yeah. So, Kim, can you tell me what is the wage rate currently offered in Dubai for postgraduate or undergraduate students?
It very much just depends on the sector that they're working on and the employer. So I don't have anything concrete that I can give you, but what I would recommend is that there's loads of websites out there that can give you an idea of that. If also if any students would like to put me in touch with, like me to put them in touch with graduates or current students, that's absolutely something I can do, and perhaps they can then have that conversation.
Okay, so I would like to add and comment for that. This is for you, Anam. Over there in Dubai, if the student wants to work for part-time, so it's not supposed to be a wage rate job. They'll get paid by a salary, which would be starting from 1,000 dirhams to 2,200 dirhams. This is what
That's
actually
wonderful.
usually universities are being offered to the worksite systems for the students, because Dubai is a bit tricky regarding of wage rate. For example, if we always talk about UK, US, Canada, Australia, so always we are conceiving this wage rate system that for per hour you are getting paid. But over there in Dubai, it's a bit different. They are getting a proper salary. It's kind of a
Of a
contract
month.
along with, yeah,
They
per
get a
month.
salary of a month for working 20
Yes,
hours a week.
yes.
All
So they
right,
have
that's
a
wonderful,
contract.
actually.
Yeah, they have to go to the university. They have to get the sign back from the university that we are going to work for this company in the relevant field. So university will get the confirmation from the specific firm on which the student is going, to get the work. This
So,
is what
Hansel, this is
exactly
a
they.
wonderful news for our students. I mean, they're usually struggling with what they're going to get hourly. So, this is
Yeah.
actually something really nice that student can learn, that they'll be getting a good wage rate. I mean, a good
Yes.
salary
Yeah.
every month. So they
It
can
is.
actually bear their expenses in Dubai, and they can do whatever they want to wish to do, or they can save the amount, whatever they
Yes.
get in a lump sum, category.
Yeah.
So this
It
is
is.
wonderful. Actually, I like it.
This is
Yeah.
one of the best, and you can say the most key point for UAE,
Key point,
because
yeah.
people are looking forward for this thing as well. To be very honest with you, Kim, over here in Pakistan, it does not require a degree for such kind of a student who always been into nerdship that I'm going to the university and I'll study. Everybody wants to get that valuable life of living. So every student tried their level best. Okay, once they are into that, whatever the specific country we are talking, whatever the country specifically the student is going for the study, they wanted to go out to earn their living, to get that experience. So somehow once they are conceiving their degree, being a graduate, they know collectively among the industry that this is the market that they could go off for that. Because I have asked you a question, if you do remember, that once the degree is being completed, how much is the stay offered by the government of Dubai or the university to a student to stay back in Dubai?
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously there is post-study work visa in the UK, which is up to 2 years. We don't have that in Dubai, unfortunately. We have
Okay.
the government allows students to stay for 30 days, which doesn't seem like a long time, but if you think about how many aviation employers there are in the UK and in South Wales compared to Dubai, so just going back to those two major aviation hubs in Dubai, there's so many more opportunities there that students have such a better chance of actually getting work.
Okay.
Also taking into consideration the networks that they're developing whilst they're studying, directly through their placements or via our really expert academics who are teaching them.
Okay. So I was peeking into the comment section on Facebook Live. I've got a comment. How many faculties are in University of South Wales Dubai campus?
So we have, if we're talking about faculties, that how I understand it, we've got aerospace engineering, we've got business and management, and also computing.
Okay. So I have got a lot of questions regarding scholarship. I don't want to address them because there are more than 7 questions. So for all those collective students, let me just shout out their names. Ahmad Khan, Mohammed Awais, and everybody who just asked for this scholarship. Yes, we are going to talk about scholarships as well. So please, over to you, Kim.
Sure. Yeah, so I am really pleased to say that all students from Pakistan get a guaranteed scholarship of 20,000 dirhams, and that is for every year of study, not just the first year. So
Okay.
that's
Every
almost
year.
30%, and that's almost 30% of the tuition fee.
Wow.
Also around fees and concerns around that, we only ask for a 25% deposit as well. So if you think our fees for undergrad, for example, are 65,000 dirhams, you take off the 20,000, that's only 45,000 dirhams per year. You can split that into 4 equal 3 monthly payments as well.
So you have the installment plan as well.
Yep, 25%.
Students in installments, yeah.
Yep, 25. They need to pay 25%.
Even good, Hamza. Yeah, I guess he's on mute. So yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah,
Really nice.
I'm back. I'm sorry because I'm in the office right now, so people are coming and going through for that. Yes, it is very good because if you're talking about 65,000, we have a scholarship for 24,000. The rest is 45. So if the 45 is being equally divided over here, so that makes 11,257 dirhams as for the installment, if I'm not wrong.
So it's
I've just calculated it. Oh, that's very nice. So, what is there any kind of installmentship? Because once the student is coming over to UA, does he have to pay a semester fee or 25%, or what is the structure of that?
So it's 25% deposit that they need to pay to secure their place and to allow them to enroll.
Okay.
And for example, if they started in September, they've paid their 25% deposit, they'd then pay in another 3 installments of 25% every 3 months.
Okay. So I could take it like this: 65,000 was the fee. So on the basis of scholarship, the rest would be 45,000, right?
Yeah.
So the first installment is 25% on 45,000.
Yeah, that's
That
correct.
makes 11,000. I forgot what I have calculated actually. Okay. So I was just
okay, yeah, please
yeah, no,
go on.
please. No, actually, to be very honest with you, it's a delay for like 7 to 8 seconds. So actually, I'm just conceiving with my Facebook as well. I was just reading out the comments. Over to you, Anam, please.
Yeah, so I want to ask Kim, is this the tuition fee? The tuition fee you just mentioned is for undergrad or postgrad or for both?
That is for undergraduate.
Okay, and what about postgraduate?
Postgraduate, just having a look now, our total fee is 68,500. But again, there's that 20,000 dirham scholarship, so it would be 48,500. And again, they can spread the cost of studying throughout the year. With our postgraduate courses, I mentioned that they run 2 weekends every month. That would be a 1-year course. There's also the option to study 1 weekend per month, and that would be a 2-year course.
Okay, it's usually 1-year course, right? The master's program.
Can we just talk on that a bit more, because I need to understand this. What about the postgraduate thing? It's for 1 year, and
so it's a 1-year course, but students would study Thursday, Friday, and Saturday twice a month.
Okay.
2 weekends per month.
Okay.
If they wanted to study it over 2 years, they can just do 1 weekend per month.
Okay. So for
All right,
1 year
that's on
postgraduate.
student.
Yes. So you understand, Anam, this?
Yeah, what I perceive from this is that this is on student, like we consider the full-time and part-time students. So they're offering both, right? Part-time and full-time. Is that true? And this is what we're offering to international students.
That is what we're but it's important to consider that they'd be working weekends. It wouldn't be during the week. It's mainly developed around people that are working full-time. Whether students in Pakistan would want to go and work full-time in Dubai and then get qualified whilst they're doing that, I suspect it's highly unlikely they would want to travel back and forth every couple of weeks. But I would really appreciate some advice or your opinion on that, really, as well.
Okay. So for 1 year postgraduate is like for Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Yeah.
2 weeks in a month. And for 2 years program, it's 1 week, same Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Oh, that's great.
Correct.
That is convenient for those who are actually working there full time. You know, they can go for the part-time classes. Is that?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
what are the timings for the classes? Do they happen in evening or in the morning slots?
They're during the day, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Okay,
Okay.
We're looking to develop this. We're trying. This is why I'd like your input. We're trying to respond to what students actually want to study and how they want to study. So we're looking at evening delivery as well. But that will not be for this September. It'll be for September 21.
Okay, that's 1 year. We need to
Uh,
wait 1 year. We need to be patient for one more year. Yeah.
I think we're all mastering the art of being very patient at the moment.
That's a wonderful opportunity for students who actually would love to work in Dubai. And usually what happens is if a student has done undergraduate, they're definitely and for sure looking for job opportunities. And sidewise, if they can study, so that's on top of it. It's a good opportunity for everyone.
Good to hear.
Yeah. Because everyone wants to improve themselves in their job sectors. So what they want is they take a pause after their undergraduate so that they can have a work and field experience, and then they can enhance that experience by studying. So this is something which everybody is looking up to. So I think this is a great opportunity for mature students as well. And I need to know what are the, do you have any age restrictions for postgraduate students?
As in a minimum age?
Yeah.
I would have to find out specifically for that. At the moment, we are accepting under 18s on our undergraduate programs.
okay.
I don't know who would be qualified at that age to do a postgrad, but again, I'd love to have that conversation with you.
Okay, for sure. We will talk on that as well.
Yeah. I just wanted to mention as well, we've talked about scholarships, we've talked about the payment plans. One key thing that I want to talk about is cost of living and accommodation.
I was coming on to that.
Great. I think a lot of people, or here in the UK, we see a lot of Dubai portrayed as a luxury kind of glamorous lifestyle place, which people assume is going to come at a cost, but it doesn't need to. So in terms of accommodation, I'll start with, we've got two options. Primarily, we don't have on-campus accommodation, but we do have an agreement with the University of Wollongong in Dubai and also UniNest. So students have the option to stay in student accommodation there. However, the majority of our students stay in private shared accommodation because it keeps the cost down.
Yes.
So for example, we've got a student on campus at the moment. He told me he's paying about £200 per month rent. So that's British pounds, £200 per month, because he's sharing the cost with his housemates. And he also spends about £100 per month on food. So living costs are absolutely on a par with UK kind of costs. They're not necessarily inflated. It's very much dependent on the student's lifestyle.
Exactly.
Yes. So I have a question on Facebook. Fawad is asking, intermediate students can get direct admissions in the bachelor programs and how much percentage is required? So Fawad, I would like to answer this because this is what I have studied yet now, that intermediate students can go for that university in the bachelor's directly if they have 65% in HSC, right?
Correct.
Perfect.
And also if they belongs to a science background. Am I right? Because currently you are offering engineering side.
Yes.
Right? So they need to be from a sciences background.
That's a very particular question, by the way.
What, can you explain?
That's what I'm confused, actually.
I'll tell you. Kim, what exactly is happening? If the person wants to pursue bachelor's in commerce or in business, so they will go with ICOM, right?
Yeah.
Which is intermediate in commerce. If they want to pursue business, medicine, if they want to pursue any kind of medical courses, they will go with FSC, which is actually HSC 12, but the standard would be their courses would be changed and they are going to have sciences in the background. If the person wants to go for engineering, they will go with what will they go with? I forgot. Um,
Sciences, engineering,
yeah,
obviously engineering background.
yeah, engineering background. So if the person is coming from an FSC, so if it is convenient that he could get or she could get into USW Dubai.
So all we ask is, obviously it's to 65%, but they also need to, they need to have studied a numerate subject. So that could be maths, physics, economics.
Yeah, so that's sciences. That's understandable. Yeah.
Does that answer
Obviously,
the
an
question?
art student cannot go for the sciences, such subjects. I mean, the mechanical engineering and engineering, aerospace engineering, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's understandable.
So I have another question. Any scholarship for international students from GLE? Yes. University of South Wales, Dubai is offering 20,000 scholarship, 20,000 dirhams, not pounds, 20,000 dirhams every year, a scholarship to their undergraduate students, right?
Correct.
Okay, Mohammed
Kim, what?
Awais. Yeah, please, Anam.
Okay. Please go on, Hamza.
Thank you. Any scholarship for international students? Muhammad Aviz is asking. Aviz, I have just addressed this. Yes, 20,000 dirhams scholarship is for international students. Okay, Ahmad Khan is asking how much gap is acceptable for 2 years bachelor's student?
So does he mean a gap in study between
the gap in study.
bachelors? Yeah. So in Dubai, it's very different from the UK. I know that there are restrictions around UKVI and the visa situation there. They're a lot more flexible in Dubai. Okay. So it'd be just a case of making an application, and then we would look at it case by case, basically.
Okay. So over here, Kim, there are certain universities, those are offering aeronautical, aviation, hydraulics, and related courses to aviation. So once they have completed their 2 years, the standard of qualification would be 14 years, which is 2 years bachelor's, right?
Okay.
So if they are going back for USW Dubai campus, so are they going to get any kind of exemptions in their bachelor's?
Possibly. I wouldn't want to say for sure here, because I don't want to give out the wrong information. It would be very much looking at the individual's application on a case-by-case basis as to where they've studied and what they've studied.
Okay, great.
Okay, so Kim, I have a question. If a student gets into undergraduate degree in Dubai campus, University of South Wales, and then he wants to transfer to the UK campus, what are the possibilities and what are the requirements?
Okay, good question. So students can absolutely start in Dubai and transfer to the UK. The two main things that we need to consider here is that they would need to be able to get a UK visa. Getting a visa to study in Dubai wouldn't guarantee getting a visa to study in the UK. So, for example, they could study year 1 and 2 in Dubai. They would then need to make an application for a UK visa and apply for the 3rd year in the UK. Also, there are, for example, it would depend on the student's age as well. At the moment in Dubai, we accept students on campus under the age of 18. So, but we don't in the UK. Yeah. So those are the two. It's very unlikely that somebody would complete a year or 2 in Dubai and then still be under 18, but it's just something to consider. But it's absolutely a possibility.
Okay, it is considerable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So do you help the students with the process of visa filing or whatever it takes to go to UK?
Yep. So I mentioned early on that it's easier to get a visa to study in Dubai, but the actual process to get it is also much easier. Basically, students complete 2 forms. They email those with some documents that are required to the campus. We then arrange for their entry certificate, so before they can travel. And then the process to get a visa then is that once on campus, students have up to 30 days to get their student visa. We take them through every step of the process. It's a very simple process, but we pretty much do everything for them. Okay. One important thing to consider as well is that as part of that visa process, students aren't required to prove their financial situation as well. So I know they
Okay.
say they need to prove a certain amount in their bank account. That's not a requirement in Dubai.
So you
Because
you
I have
don't
just,
require any statements for admission in Dubai.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
You do not require any bank statements or any funds of a student to show you to get admission in Dubai.
No.
That's wonderful. And IELTS is just 6 and 5.5, yeah?
Yeah, and we also, we do actually need IELTS for Pakistan at the moment.
So
But yeah,
do we get any exemptions?
not at the
Any
moment.
possibilities?
Not at the moment. It's something that we are working on, but currently we do need IELTS.
No, I mean, if a student is outstanding and he got a really, really good grade in English, so do we have any possibility for that?
I'm not sure. It would, again, I know that this isn't helpful, but it would be very much case by case, and it would be working closely with our team in Pakistan.
Okay.
okay. So Ali Kazmi has written, is bank statement required? How much money should be there for much time? So Ali Kazmi, it's a very good news for you. No bank statement is required for University of South Wales Dubai campus. I was just about to address this and we just talked on it. Okay, that's very great. So Shiraz Javed Yusuf is asking scholarship details, please. 20,000 straight dirhams every year. I am keep on saying pounds. Please, I need an apology for that.
Yeah, it's
Okay, so
20,000 dirhams every year of study, and that's almost 30% of the tuition fee.
yes, it is. So Mohammed Wakaz is asking, any PSW visa after completion of undergraduate or postgraduate degree. Unfortunately, Mohammed Wakaz, there is no such PSW offered in Dubai. But yes, as I have talked to Kim, we have discussed with Anam as well, only 30 days prior you will get to stay over there in Dubai, or else you will change your visa. And if you guys know how to change visa in UAE, it's a very famous exercise. So as such, from the University of South Wales, from Dubai campus, no such PSW is offering. Okay. Mahadish Khan, any scholarships for arts students? Unfortunately, Mahadish, we are not offering any scholarships on arts, right, Kim?
Yeah, we don't have any arts courses at the campus currently.
Okay.
What I think is important to mention as well is I've talked a lot about aviation and cybersecurity. We're looking at adding additional courses for September 21. This will include a BSc in international business management, and that will be a full-time course.
Okay.
We'll also hopefully have a foundation available. We're also going to be offering an MBA Global.
That's great. So that would be prior in 2021.
Yeah.
Okay. So how many intakes USW Dubai is offering for a year?
Okay, so every course has a September intake. The postgraduate courses and our aircraft maintenance engineering top-up course has a February start, but the main 3 and 4 year courses don't have a February start, just September.
Okay. Over to you, Anam. I'm done with all my questions because these are the queries people really wanted to know about.
Yeah, exactly. And Kim has already answered all the questions, all the things she has addressed, which students are actually interested in. So,
Good.
Kim, that was a wonderful session with you. It was a very informative session. Thank you very much for joining us and for coming live, taking out time with for us. That was actually, we really appreciate that.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you to the students for some really good questions and some good interest. Obviously, you guys are going to be able to help them further if they've got any more questions, or they can also contact me.
Exactly.
Sure.
So I want to know the current situation of Dubai relating to the COVID pandemic situation. I mean, what is the current situation? Are you recruiting students for September intake, and would those students go on campus, or the classes would be held online?
So at the moment, I was just saying to Hamza earlier, at the moment, Dubai itself has started to open up. Schools have started to open, businesses are opening at 50% capacity. Obviously, it's under the government guidance around safety measures. We are working towards a September intake on campus. This is what we are planning for. Obviously, there's things out of our control that we can't say for sure, but we're working very hard to make sure that there are safety measures in place on campus to allow for social distancing in line with the government guidance, basically. We are still in discussion as to if students aren't on campus, what that will look like, but I will be able to provide an update very soon. We are optimistic that we will be having
We all are optimistic about this.
Yeah. Optimism
So,
is very important in this current situation.
Yeah.
so one more question from my side. As likely far we are talking about UK because University of South Wales belongs over there. So is there any spouse visa on postgraduate for Dubai?
Is there any what, sorry?
The spouse visa, level 7 spouse?
That's not something that I'm familiar with. I will hold my hands up and say I'm not an expert on Pakistan.
Okay.
But I'd definitely be able to find out.
Now, what usually happens is, Kim, if a student, if a male student goes to UK or Dubai for postgraduate studies, so they usually want their partner to be
Take
with
their
them.
partner, yeah.
They're married, you know.
I
So
would.
is there any opportunities, or is it easy to call their partners to live with them in during their study period?
I would have to check for you. I would
Okay.
have to check that out.
But
Let
I
me
think
know and I'll
that
let
would
it.
be easier because tourist visa is not a difficult thing for.
Yeah, this is what my concern is because over here in Dubai, honestly, because I lived for 6 years, came over there, it's
Yeah.
being like we usually travel like every month or 15 days. So it's not a thing. If you're
It's
going
not
for
big
Dubai,
thing, yeah.
yeah, within an hour you'll get the visa. You don't have to show any kind of
For
statement or
UK,
thing.
we need to consult this, but
Yes.
and in fact, for UK, it's not difficult. It has a proper procedure, and people go there with their spouses. Spouse visa is not a difficult thing to be handled, but in Dubai, I'm sure it's really convenient.
Yeah, it is. So just do check on it and let us know.
Yeah.
And I would like to address everyone who watched us, who came live at this time, because usually I go live at the 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock over here in Pakistan. Thank you so much, everyone. Especially thank you so much, Kim, because I know because of that thing you have matured your time over here to come over. And Anam, thank you so much for joining me. It was a great help, honestly, and I
I
would
really
like
enjoyed
everything
it.
to be here.
I've really enjoyed it, and it would be great to do it again if you guys think that that's a good idea.
For sure, for sure. So
Thank you,
thank
Kim.
you so
Take
much,
care. It was
Anam. Thank
lovely,
you,
lovely
Kim.
speaking with you.
Thank you. See you later.
Thank you so much. So everybody who is watching us, who is listening us, thank you so much for coming once again. I have promised I will inshallah come back with another live sessions with you guys. And trust me, thank you so much, Anam, once again, because I was not expecting you to come because, and Kim, especially you, because we have some timing issues. So for sure we
I
will
was
be,
actually thinking maybe people are forgetting me, so I need to come online. I need to come back and show
uh,
my presence online.
yes, exactly. You
So,
should. You
so
should.
like we're back to work. We're open, and our offices are open for you. But you need to take the safety measures, all of you, and we are taking care of you. We are doing applications for you. We're trying to be as productive and as helpful as much we can. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Hamza. And
Thank
definitely, we'll be having more sessions together. Don't worry.
For sure, for sure. So once again, I'm thankful to everyone who is watching us, and I would like to share you that FES, we guide you lead. Whenever you need any kind of help, ask me, question me, WhatsApp me, email me, Viber me. I am everywhere. My FES team is everywhere. You have all the social media. We are everywhere. So please, 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 if you do have any kind of question, let me know. I'll be there for you guys. Thank you so much. Good night from my side. Goodbye from my side, and please maintain a social distance because this pandemic situation is getting worse, and you guys know that because everybody has the access to the internet and the news. So thank you so much. I will be back again live with another session. Assalamu alaikum.
Allah Hafiz.